This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today evening news update for Friday, October 23rd. Thank you for joining us. I am Marcelle Williams. International Business Minister Donville Inniss is adding his voice to the ongoing debate over the planned buyout of Banks Holdings Ltd by overseas interests. The move has been criticized in local business circles, but Inniss says Barbadians need to stop their inward-looking mentality and also be more aggressive in business.
I certainly believe that Barbadians companies need to be a little bit more aggressive. We need really to have more conversations within Barbados about mergers and acquisitions. There are several industries, not just in the services side, but also the production of goods and services that are trying to, get an increased market share in the market that is not expanding. And therefore, I think that eventually consumers will suffer if we don't get a little bit of shakeout, some mergers and acquisitions taking place in some industries in this sector.
Meanwhile, Inniss says Barbados has benefited significantly from the Economic Partnership Agreement signed between Europe and CARIFORUM 7 years ago. He told a ceremony to mark the occasion this morning that to date 70 local companies have received support under the Private Sector Development Program, and 3 projects have benefited from grant funding under the $9.5 million EPA standby facility.
Our rum industry has benefited quite a bit under the then 10th European Development Fund, and as a result we were able to make some increase in our exports of rum products, spirits to the EU market. We also had, for example, Banks Brewery that was able to increase its presence in the UK market and start to look at penetrating parts of the European market as well. The dairy industry has also benefited. And certainly our fashion designers have also benefited through the assistance of the EPA organization and arrangements here in the region.
Air traffic controllers are on a sick out. Deputy General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Dwayne Paul, said today the majority of the 50 workers at the Grantley Adams International Airport called in sick today. He said their action was over the ongoing environmental problems that they continue to experience. He dismissed management's suggestion that the control tower staff were protesting problems with the elevator. But Paul said the action had to do with issues surrounding the sick building, which remained unresolved despite an agreement to do so. He's also warning that the sick-out could escalate into wider industrial action, and further warned that the union could not guarantee the airport would operate as normal during this tourism season.
We have a situation where we agreed to clean the facilities to try to make it more hospitable for the staff that have to work, and that is not being done. We have a situation where a simple thing as an extractor fan in a bathroom has taken more than 3 months to install, and it is just awaiting a simple electrical connection. We have facilities that are supposed to be installed that have just been dumped in the bathroom and not addressed.
The proposed integration of the public and private transport service will be tested from December 1st. Director of the Transport Authority, Alex Linton, rolled out the schedule for the 6-month Transport Authority Service Pilot Project at a press conference this afternoon. He said the first phase will see 6 minibuses, 5 transport board buses and 2 route taxis operating 3 routes from 2 bus terminals.
We operate on 3 routes, the 3 routes, Martins Bay, Sturgis, Edie Village, all of them coming out of Bridgetown. 2 of them will be operating from Fairchild Street Terminal, 1 of them from the Princess Alice Terminal. And we will be monitoring and continual assessment of this project throughout. We will be doing the service quality. We're going to be doing head counts. We're going to be going to the customers, asking them how to like it. If they don't like this, we're going to be tweaking with the operators. Is this time schedule good? We want to have the best of, you can say, all worlds. But we have to work at it, and we continue to put our heads down to that challenge.
The buses involved in the project will be identified by a decal placed on the vehicles and will operate on a scheduled service and ticketing system.
Different transport board will continue with the use of their fare boxes, and those private PSVs which have fare boxes will continue to utilize those. However, the majority of the private PSVs, the collection of fares will continue to be done manually, that is, either by a conductor or driver. Another change for this project will be the introduction of ticketing by the private operators. Tickets will be issued for every category of passenger: paying passengers, school children, the elderly, disabled, and police officers. We believe that this ticketing initiative will help us to more accurately assess the efficacy and efficiency of the project. Transfers, in the event of a breakdown, we anticipate that those will be seamless, and that one will be able to move easily from one type of taxi unit to another without having to pay any additional fare.
The family of the missing St. Philip woman, Marcelle Smith, have made a fresh appeal for information on her disappearance. Smith has been missing for over a week, and her daughter Tanya Smith addressed the media this afternoon for the second time this week.
Somebody somewhere knows something. Barbados is small. Imagine if it was your mother, your grandmother, your sister. Imagine how you would feel. And this is why we're saying, please help us, okay? We want the public, we want someone to speak up because somebody knows something.
2 more teenage girls are reported missing. Police are asking for help in finding 15-year-old Michaela Kelsian Springer of Arch Hall St. Thomas. The Lester Vaughan Secondary School student reportedly left home about 7:15 yesterday morning wearing her school uniform and has not been seen since. She is slim, dark, and about 5 feet 6 inches tall. She has small eyes and a piercing in each ear. Police are also searching for 15-year-old Tishona Aliyah Boyce of Upper Bakers, St. Peter. She left home at about 7 yesterday morning wearing her Ellerslie Secondary School uniform and has not been seen since. Tishona is slim, brown-skinned with black and brown hair and about 6 feet tall. Police are asking anyone with information to the whereabouts of Tishona Boyce and Michaela Springer to contact the police emergency number 211 or the nearest police station.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, the CARICOM Observer Mission to Haiti has been meeting with the Prime Minister and election officials ahead of Sunday's preliminary presidential elections. The second round of voting for parliamentary elections will also be held on Sunday. The CARICOM mission will visit political rallies and fine-tune plans for covering the maximum number of polling stations on election day. A statement from the mission issued today said despite requests to meet with leaders of the major political parties, it was claimed that recent campaigning efforts precluded their meetings with observer groups. The observers say their stance is neither surprising nor unique, as it is the experience of many observer missions monitoring elections within and outside the region. The 10-member team is headed by the chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, Dr. Steve Surujbali, and comprises elections management officials from Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, Dominica, Guyana, St. Lucia, and Trinidad and Tobago. Further afield, Mexico is bracing for Hurricane Patricia, the strongest ever storm to be recorded in the Americas. The Category 5 hurricane is threatening a potentially catastrophic landfall with winds of up to 200 miles per hour. Residents are being evacuated ahead of the storm's arrival, and weather forecasters are comparing the Category 5 hurricane to Typhoon Haiyan, which killed 6,300 people in the Philippines in 2013. Authorities in Mexico have declared a state of emergency in 3 states in Patricia's path. And that's the news. There's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also, you can tune into 101 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Marcelle Williams. Good evening.